to Clinician's Notebook by Doc Athena. This is a Country Vet's Technical Diary 21 for free. Today, we are going to discuss case number 005, Dystocia in cats.
What is dystocia?
Now let's proceed to clinical presentation.
Dystocia or dystocia means difficulty at birth. It is a medical term that came from the Greek words dys and tokos, meaning difficulty and birth, respectively. Clinician's Notebook case number 005, dystocia in Persian cat. A case of dystocia in a 7-year-old Persian cat. Clinical report, case presentation. On September 2, 2010, patient 005, a 7-year-old female, pregnant Persian cat, was presented to the hospital with a chief complaint of dystocia and prolonged labor. For the subjective part of our medical record, here is the history. The patient was pregnant on her 6th parity. The owner observed labor started at 8 o'clock in the evening. Straining, purring, isolation, and strong abdominal contractions were noted. The first kitten came out at around 10 o'clock in the evening. The kitten was alive but eventually died short after. For the medical record of our patient, anti-rabies vaccination was not updated, receiving her latest shot in February 2009. The patient did not receive dewormer and 3-in-1 vaccines. Diet was commercial cat food given 2 cups twice a day. For the objective part of our medical record, here is the clinical examination. On September 2, 2010, the patient weighed 3.75 kilograms with an ideal body condition score of 5/9. During physical evaluation, the patient was apparently healthy, being bright, alert, and responsive. Mucous membrane was pale, and CRT was delayed with 3 to 4 seconds. There was also a serosanguineous vaginal discharge and palpable bilateral fetal sacs. Radiographic examination was requested by the attending veterinarian, and a lateral, and ventrodorsal radiographic views were taken to assess the orientation of the fetuses. Unfortunately, the film used turned out to be expired, thus it can't be read and interpreted. Therefore, based on history and physical examination, the patient was diagnosed to be suffering from dystocia. With this, the attending veterinarian recommended to have an emergency surgery. During the discussion, the owner also mentioned that they wanted the patient to be sterilized. Therefore, cesarean section with ovariohysterectomy was performed. On the same day of presentation, the emergency surgery was performed. Here's the baseline vitals. Temperature 38.5 degrees Celsius, HR 132 BPM and RR 120 BPM. Pre-anesthetics given were atropine and xylazine given subcutaneously. Induction of anesthesia, Zolotil was given intravenously. IV catheter for NSS was placed on the right cephalic vein. Patient was placed on dorsal recumbency. For surgical treatment, a ventral midline incision was made to open the abdominal cavity. Here, the gravid uterus was exteriorized. This photo shows the first kitten exteriorized, which died upon delivery, with the placenta on the side. The second kitten was exteriorized and placed under the lump to heat the neonate while resuscitating. Here, the photo shows the kittens out during the cesarean section. This photo shows the patient's surgical wound dressed with sterile gauze. For post-op prescription, Amoxicillin, multivitamins plus minerals, and vitamin K were prescribed. The owner was advised to clean the wound with povidone iodine and monitor the surgical wound for any problems. The neonate should be closely monitored and regularly massaged on the chest area to stimulate breathing. Milk could be given using a dropper since the queen has poor milk production. For follow-up, on September 14, 2010, through a text message, as per owner, patient was apparently healthy and shows no evident signs of infection. The wound was not cleaned since the owner said that they have not removed the sterile gauze covering her wound. Unfortunately, their kitten did not survive. The owner was advised that the patient should be returned to the hospital after 2 weeks for wound cleaning, suture removal, and post-operative evaluation. Recommendations for this particular case: laboratory exam and ultrasonography could be done in addition to the radiographic examination to assess the clinical condition of the queen and the fetuses. Cephalopelvic disproportion should have been measured as well to relate any anatomical abnormalities in the etiology of the condition. For references, I would like to thank the following: Ganmore DA and Tharsfield MV, Ganzel Appel AR, memes.com, Pretzer SD, Reichler IM and Michelle E, Brzezinski EA and Rush JE, Serrano S and Macmillan M, Tilly LP and Smith FWK and Traz AM.
That's all, folks, for our clinical discussion from Clinician's Notebook by Doc Athena. I hope to see you again in our next lecture. For those who have not subscribed yet in our YouTube channel, please do so. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment below, or if you want a private conversation, you can send us a message to Doc Athena Facebook page. Please keep safe, everyone. God bless us all. Bye!